Hello, it's Michael Watts here, and in this video I'm going to tell you the story of what happened with the Clara ARCHTOP. Hang on, when was this? This was, oh my god, a year ago.
Cybersecurity can be complicated, but we've made it simple. Introducing...
Hello, it's Michael Watts here, and welcome to my home studio. I was looking forward to spending this weekend in Berlin for the grand finale of the Holy Grail Guitar Show. Obviously that's not happening quite the way we planned it, but this does give me the opportunity to tell you a little bit about a collaboration project that I've been doing with a wonderful luthier out in Quebec, Thierry Andre. That's going back a bit, isn't it? Before I get stuck into this, can I just say thank you? It's been a strange couple of years for all of us. Making these videos and the response that you, my audience, have given me has kept me as close to sane and happy as I've ever been. And I'm very grateful for that, so thank you, sincerely. I was really sad that the show never happened. Over the years, the Holy Grail Guitar Show had been just an extraordinary achievement by everybody that was involved in its organisation, and I'd absolutely loved being a part of it since the very first one. For the 2020 show, they had quite wisely actually put a limit on the number of luthiers that any artist could play for, and I was almost fully booked. I'd agreed to play for obviously Jason Costel, Rosie Heidenrich of Turnstone Guitars, and Rory Dowling of Taron Guitars. But I had one spot left, and I was very grateful to have had several offers. I hadn't made up my mind yet until I got an email from Thierry Andre out in Quebec, in Canada. Now, I'd met Thierry before. His instruments had baffled and slightly frightened me. It was immediately obvious. I think it was 2009 when I first met him, maybe definitely at the Montreal Guitar Show. While the whole room was full of exquisitely made acoustic and nylon string and electric guitars, Thierry had made this extraordinary, almost like a sculpture that was about 6 foot tall, and his instruments, which were all kind of gourd shaped, strange looking things, were hanging down from this thing. It was as eye-catching as it was bewildering. Another massive contrast with everything else that was going on around him. And I think that's characteristic of Thierry's work. You won't find his instruments in guitar shops. He sells pretty much exclusively direct or through art galleries, where he has a very loyal following. And honestly, that comes as no surprise to me, because his guitars are real works of sculpture. I mean, have a look at this. This as well. This is probably my favourite. It blows my mind every single time I look at it. It's funny, as extreme as Thierry's designs can be, I never get the impression that his work is intended to be confrontational. It speaks to me of joy, and I find that very inspiring. So when Thierry got in touch, I couldn't resist. Of course I accepted, not really knowing what I'd be getting myself into. There was one interesting factor. The instrument that he had planned to make for the show had not yet been completed, and as such he said that he'd welcome my input when it came to this guitar. If there was a single upside to the cancellation of the show, it was that we could take our time with the development of this instrument, and that's exactly what happened. The guitar went through several iterations and developed into something really, really special. The wood combination was very tasty indeed. Zeracote on the back and sides, with 80-year-old Sinca cedar on the top. The pickup idea evolved as well. It started off with great big gold foil by Mojo pickups, and then that became a Filtertron style neck humbucker from the same maker, but also with a transducer in as well. I have to say that the process of this guitar led us into conversations that I never would have considered possible with a luthier, talking about things in terms of the juxtaposition of Stone Age and Space Age materials, the similarities between techniques involved in French boiled leather armour, and the shrunken heads of the Shuar tribes of Ecuador. Not the sort of thing you usually see on the AGF. The whole thing was kind of surreal, but so creative and very satisfying. I'm very grateful to have had this dialogue with Thierry. The amount of love and attention that went into every aspect of the instrument was really inspiring. The F-holes, the inlays that went into the headstock, just beautiful. The colour palette that he used here was really quite breathtaking, especially the fluorescent tones that he put in there. And yet it all works. The guitar was named after Thierry's daughter, and in a beautiful artistic stroke there is actually a tiny part of one of her paintings in the tailpiece. Oh, just, yeah. Man, it was such a cool guitar. Sadly, the guitar has now found a good home. It was bought by one of Thierry's clients, snapped up as soon as it was finished, in fact. I do hope I'll get the chance to play it at some point, and I also hope that I'll get the chance to visit Thierry, possibly for the next season of Luthier Stories. There is something kind of poetic about not having had the opportunity to play a guitar that was made for a festival that never happened. I kind of enjoy that. There does, however, exist some beautifully shot video footage of an interview with Thierry where he talks about this ARCHTOP, and you get to hear it being played as well. I think that's a gorgeous sound. So there you have it. The guitar exists, it's out there somewhere, and that fact alone makes me very happy. If you found this video interesting, educational, or even entertaining, please do subscribe to support my channel. Drop me a like, and I'll see you next time. Until then, stay tuned.